Hello, this is our intermediate workout for December 2020. If you have got a very light scarf to use, it will be useful during the prep. We're going to do some toe scrunches and you can use the scarf as a prop when you do your toe scrunches. I'm just going to place it onto the floor for the moment until we need it a little bit later. If you don't have a scarf, don't worry, you can just do the toe scrunches by themselves, or you could use a piece of tissue instead. So we'll start off with our standing prep. Okay, we're going to go squat and reach just to get ourselves nice and warm. So we'll bring it into squat and reach, into squat and reach, squat and reach, squat and reach. For 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. We pulse the squat. Pulse it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, step out and into one side all the time. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, out and into the opposite side. Pulse it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pulse at center for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Squat and reach again. Squat and reach. Squat and reach. So you're being careful when you reach up that you don't do any spine extension. Arms just going to the point where you can maintain it neutral. For 4 more. 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, reach. Pulses at center, pressing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, step out and in. Same side, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, opposite side. Step 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold center, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms. Sway the weight forwards and back. Forwards. Now our postural sways, I'll turn side on. Your movement is only at your ankle joint. Everything else stays in a nice straight line. We'll go 4 more and back. 3 more and back. 2 more and back. Now we're going to start to work on the toes. So when you sway forwards, lift the heels. When you sway back, lift the toes. So it's heels and toes, heels. Now try to be equal in terms of how high you're lifting your heels and how high you're lifting your toes. So you'll find it easier to lift your heels rather, and you're going to find it harder to lift your toes. So for the time being, keep your heel raised quite low and really focus on trying to get those toes to lift up. You're actually trying to separate and stretch the toes when they lift up. We'll do 2 more, excuse me, and last one. Now just heel raise, lift and lower and lift. Let's add arm float, but when you float your arms, keep your shoulders down, don't let them raise up. Lift and lower. With 4 more. We lift and lower and 3 and lower. Last 2 and lower. Hold the last one. Foot pedals alternate, heels. Reach 1, change 2, change 3. Now when we're working our foot pedals, make sure that your pelvis stays completely still and it doesn't start to hitch up from side to side. And it's the opposite arm to leg going forwards, which will be a nice natural walking pattern. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Release the heels. Okay, we're mobilizing the ankle. We're standing on one leg, lifting the other leg, and we circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now pull, point and flex, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. 4 more. Flex, 2, point, last one, and release it. Opposite leg lift, ankle, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, opposite way, circle, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, point and flex. So we point, flex, point, flex. Now the good thing about these are, we've warmed up our feet, we've warmed up our ankles, so when we try to do our toe scrunches with the scarf, which is our next exercise, we'll find it a lot easier to move our feet. Okay, so our toe scrunches, we're standing 1 foot on the scarf, we're going to scrunch, 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 and scrunch. So as you curl your toes under, you'll find that you'll get a bigger arch in your foot and the scarf will start to scrunch towards. So your heel stays planted and you're literally doing this with your toes, okay? So you're scrunching them in, scrunching them in, scrunching them in, scrunching them in. Let's have a go, opposite foot. So we'll scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Really important to keep all the bones, joints, muscles in the feet working. They're sadly neglected, are our feet, stuck in shoes most of the time, and the foot doesn't get the exercise that it needs. And seeing as our feet support us, it is nice to exercise our feet to make the bones, the muscles and the joints in our feet nice and strong so that they can support everything that's on top of them. Last 4, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so that's it. We won't need that scarf for anything else. We'll pop it out of the way. We're going to go into knee lifts and mobilise our hip joints next. So if you float up into your knee lift, and then we're going to turn it out and in. Now we can have a dumbbell to arm with this if you're able to coordinate both movements together. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then open, close. So we'll open, close, open, close, open, close, open and close. So lots and lots of challenge here for your ankle and your foot on your standing leg. Last one. Okay, knee extension. So we'll extend and bend, extend and bend. Now when you're working your knee extension, I'll just turn the side on. Make sure that you're staying neutral when you extend and bend and you're not tucking under. Last one with the extend and bend, and we'll release opposite leg. So we peel it up and then we are working. This is a clam-like movement. Turn out and in, out and in, out and in. So we've got external hip joint rotation here. Turn out and in. If you visualise your toe as your fixed point, you rotate your knee away. Last one. And then we open, close. So we'll open and close, open and close. And this is like your hip, like a hinge, right from that hip joint. So it's a door open, door close move. Open and close, open and close. 2 more, open and close. 1 more. Now we extend and bend. Remembering that we are maintaining our neutral position. As we extend and bend, we're not letting our tail tuck between our legs. With 4 more, I've lost it, and 3. Last 2, last 1, and release. Lovely work. Okay, let's transition to kneeling. Hopefully we're feeling nice and warm now. We're going to do a kneeling version of mermaid. Extend one leg so that it is straight, toe pointing forwards. We'll take the shoulder into extension, laterally flex the spine, release from the lateral flexion and switch arms. So shoulder goes into extension, laterally flex spine, release lateral flexion, release arms. We'll have our hands sliding down our leg, okay? So the arm that's staying down by our side, just reaching down the leg as we limber up the spine. Remember to be aware for your elbow changing position. So when we pop our arm up into the air, hopefully we've got a nice straight elbow. But when we lean to the side, occasionally what our body will do is this, and it will bend our elbow as we lean to the side. It will do that because that takes the stretch out of the muscles that attach our arm onto our torso. And it'll usually do that because those muscles are quite tight. So it is important that you keep the arm nice and long to work on lengthening those tight muscles. Last time to each side. And when we finish this one, we're going to change sides and do our kneeling mermaid, opposite side. So we also get the benefit of a nice adductor stretch with this one as we're going over. And because we're moving into and out of the mermaid, it tends to be a dynamic adductor stretch that we will achieve. So same points again, elbow staying nice and long, reaching through those fingertips. So your movement, once you've done your shoulder extension, you're trying to isolate into lateral flexion, which means sideways bending of the spine. So that is the only thing that you want happening, is this sideways bending of the spine once you've popped your arm up into the air. Making sure you're not rotating, you're staying really, really square on. Next one is our final one. And then we'll release to kneeling. Okay, we are going to step out into side plank, so I should like you to place one hand down. Top leg steps forwards, bottom leg steps back, and that puts you into a nice strong side plank position. We'll go from side plank into a laterally flexed side bend. So you're going to push your hip high, reach the arm over your head, come back to your side plank, side bend, side plank, side bend, side plank, side bend, side plank, one more, side bend, side plank. How about side plank? Touch the floor, side plank, touch the floor, side plank, touch the floor. How tough is that for the shoulder? Last two, touch the floor, and last one. Okay, wonderful work. Rotate yourself. Front plank. Now from our front plank position, we're going to shift into down dog. So nice strong front plank, lift, push back, sway to plank. Lift, push back, sway to plank. Now this lift, push back, it should be all into the shoulders. And you're trying to get a good stretch into the shoulders as you're moving from your plank into your down dog. So do try to keep hands and feet fixed here, making sure that you're not moving your hands, you're not moving your feet as you're transitioning between your front plank and your down dog, just for this movement. We make this our last one. And then we're going to quarter turn, so you're going to do side plank, side bend, opposite way, remembering that you need to place what will be your supporting hand underneath the centre of your chest, and then that allows you to pivot on your feet and get into your side plank position. We'll go side bend, side plank, side bend, side plank, side bend, side plank, side bend, side plank. Two more, and then we've got that huge challenge for our shoulder. We're going to go to side plank, and we're going to touch the floor, side plank, touch the floor, side plank, touch the floor, side plank, touch the floor, side plank. Last two, touch the floor, side plank. Last one, touch the floor, side plank, and release it to seated. Half roll back, flexing forwards. Exhale, inhale, exhale back, inhale up. Working into inner range with rectus abdominals with our half roll back. And with your full range half roll back, you're actually maintaining a flexed spine, so you'll start flexed over the knee. Think about your spine being like the shape of a letter C and staying in the shape of a letter C as you roll your pelvis away from your thighs. Last two. Last one. Stay seated. Lengthen the legs, sit up tall, arms go out straight for spine twist. We reach, return, reach, return. So we're working on a fixed base with the spine twist. In that, our pelvis and our legs should stay still. When you're working on the spine twist, if this starts to happen with your legs, then you're moving your pelvis. So that is incorrect, okay? So it might just be a case of decreasing the depth of your rotation to correct any change in leg length discrepancy that you may be getting with your spine twist. Last time to each side. And then we will release. We're going for full roll up next. So from our long leg position, we flex forwards. On our breath out, we're going to roll down to the mat. Breath in, reach the arms overhead, reach to the ceiling, rolling up and reaching over those toes. We're going down again. Nicely controlled. So we're always nice and smooth with our roll downs, roll ups. Never jerking or forcing the movement. And this time when we get down to the mat, we'll stay there. We'll be practicing ab prep. So we'll set this one up into our crook lying position with our pelvis and spine in neutral. Please use a pad underneath your head if you've got any neck tension. Breath in, engage the core, rock the head. Exhale, we're raising head, shoulder blades and arms. Pelvis and spine should still be neutral. Breath in, stay. And breath out, lower. Engage the core and rock the head. Exhale, raise head, shoulder blades and arms just up off the mat. Inhale, hold the position. And exhale, down. Breath in, engage and rock. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Breath in, engage and rock. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower. 2 more reps. Breath in, engage and rock. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Last one. Breath in, engage and rock. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower. Knee folds. We'll work into tabletop and out of tabletop. Really important that when you're practicing your knee folds, you don't get any bulging of your abdominal muscles, so that you're able to keep the abdominal wall flat against the weight of the legs as they move in and out of tabletop. Now next time we're going to hold legs in tabletop and we're going to do variation on ab prep. Hands are going to change position, they're going to be above our shoulders. Aim will be the same in that pelvis and spine stay neutral. So we raise and lower. So as we raise the head and shoulders, we're pulling the hands down towards the hips, elbows staying nice and straight, and always maintaining the neutral. So be careful you're not lifting too high, tilting the pelvis backwards and going into a flat back position. We don't want that to happen, just because that will work the rectus abdominals, and the aim of this is to work our transverse abs, pelvic floor muscles, and not the rectus abs. For 4 more, and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, hug knees to chest, stretching out of our back as we just draw those knees in as close as we can towards our chest. Try to peel your pelvis and your spine off the mat when you do this, so you're really working here on a nice deep flexed position, and that should stretch out the muscles into your back if you get yourself into that deep flexed position. Okay, I'm going to use that ab prep movement pattern again, legs at tabletop, pelvis and spine neutral. I'm going to add a little bit of load this time. We do alternate heel glides, so our heel glide is that movement, and we'll pop that in to our ab prep. Probably 4 more. 3 more. Last 2 and last 1. Okay, release it down. Tuck the knees in and circle this time. 3 circles in one direction, followed by 3 circles in the opposite direction. We're going to repeat that ab prep, but this time we're increasing the load. We'll have double heel glides at the same time that we lift our head and shoulders. So come back to your neutral position, setting up. Breath in, engage. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, extending the legs. Inhale, lower. Remember with the leg extension, you can change the angle that you extend the legs out to. And if you're reaching your toes more towards the ceiling, you will find that the intensity level will be less compared to if you reach your toes out towards the wall, where your intensity level is going to be bigger. And if you reach your toes out towards the skirting board, it's going to be huge. But really, really make sure that you're not bulging up with your tummy muscles. You're keeping them nice and flat, and you are maintaining your neutral position. Last 2. And last 1. Oh, well done. Okay, go to full body stretch, legs down the mat, arms extended overhead. Use a wider arm position if you can't quite get the full straight arms going over your head. Following our full body stretch position, we're going to go to single leg stretch, but I would like you to keep your head down on the floor for this one. And let's set up. Come to our supine lying position, pelvis and spine in neutral. Bring one leg to tabletop, opposite leg to tabletop. Okay, and then head stays on the floor. We'll float the arms just off, and we'll reach 1, change 2, change 3, change 4, change 5. So again, single leg stretch. The aim with this exercise is that we keep our pelvis and our spine in neutral against the weight of the leg as it extends away. We've got 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and then I want you to hold the last one out. Now the straight leg, small, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower. So all the while stay neutral. Same leg, out to the side, back to the centre. And again, side, centre, side, centre. Same leg, point and flex the ankle. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Same leg, keep it straight, circle the ankle. 4, 3, 2, reverse it. 4, 3, 2. Now we've got to do that on the opposite leg. So we glide it in, glide the other one out. Lower lift for 4. So it goes down and raise. 3 and raise. 2, raise. 1, side and centre. Move to side and centre. Side, centre, side, centre, side. Ankle circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2. Point and flex. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Pull it in. Excellent work, everyone. Let's just take a moment to have a bit of a dynamic hamstring stretch. We lengthen one leg to the floor and bring our other thigh towards our chest. And then we're going to extend the knee, keeping the thigh close to the chest until we feel the stretch in the back of the thigh. And then at this point, flex and point your ankle. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. For 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Circle your ankle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Opposite leg. So we'll bring it in, thigh close to the chest. Keep the thigh close as you extend the knee until you feel the stretch in the back of the thigh. Hold it Move your ankle, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex and point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Now circle the ankle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release it. Excellent work. We're going to move to side lying and we're going to work side lying double leg lifts. We're also going to be working on our ankles when we're doing our side lying double leg lifts, and we'll be flexing and pointing. So we lay down and cross our arms over the chest. You can, if you need to, have one hand down. Toes are pointed, legs are glued together. Now think about lifting with your bottom leg when you do this move. So we'll raise, flex, point and lower. Okay, repetition 2, we're doing 2 flexes and points. So we raise, flex, point and lower. Repetition 3, we go for 3. Raise, flex, point, point, lower. Repetition 4. So always focus, lift with your bottom leg. Flex, point, flex and point, lower. Number 5. Flex, point, flex, and point, lower. Repetition 6, our last one. So you will be in neutral here when you lift up, so you've still got the gap here. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Last time, flex and point. Release it down. Now seeing as we have got this pad underneath our head, we'll go with side lying spine rotations, hitching our legs forwards. Let's have a slightly offset position. I would like you on purpose to take your top leg slightly further forwards. So your knee, your ankle and your foot on your top leg sits just in front of the knee, the ankle and the foot on the bottom leg. Okay, so try your rotations, keeping your legs in that position. Breath in, engage and reach. Breath out, rotate. You won't be able to rotate quite as far back. However, it may just give you a much more focused stretch. So we'll breathe in, hold. Breathe out, hold. Breathe in, hold. And breath out, return. We'll go again. Breath in, engage the core, reach. Breath out, rotate. Holding, 3 breaths. Breathe in, stay. Breathe out, stay. Breath in to stay. And breath out to release. Breathe in, engage the core, reach the arm. Breath out, rotate. Holding breaths, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breath out to release. One more time, please. Breath in, engage the core and reach. Breath out, rotate. Holding breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And breath out, release. Quad stretch. Holding onto your top ankle, bring the knee back. Stretch should be in the front of the thigh. Lovely, we'll release. We'll move on to tummy to do cobra, alternating with double hip extension. If you find that you like to work swan dive instead of your cobra and double hip extension, then you might want to work your swan dive instead, okay? I'll set up for cobra and double hip initially. So it's up into cobra, releasing back down, up into hip, releasing back down. If you're working your swan dive, then your cobra with your double hip extension is going to occur simultaneously. And then we'll rock, reach and catch, reach and catch, reach and catch before releasing down. So it's cobra with double hip, rock, reach, catch, reach, catch, reach, catch, releasing down. One more. Cobra, double hip, rock, reach, catch, reach, catch, reach, catch, release it down. Push up via plank. Come to 4-point kneeling. Okay, we're going to alternate cat with box push-up. Now, when we do box push-up, you will have to significantly sway your weight forwards to get good strong work into your triceps, okay? So we start with cat, hands are directly underneath our shoulders. We flex the spine, extend the spine, bring the spine to neutral and sway it forwards. We bend the elbows, extend the elbows, sway it back, shoulders above wrists. We flex the spine, extend the spine. Let's go for 2 this time. Flex the spine, extend the spine. Bring the spine to neutral and sway the weight forwards. Elbows, bend them, straighten them. Now notice the way that my face touches the mat well in front of my fingers. Sway it back, cat, flex it 3. So when you are doing box push-ups, it matters. If your face is touching the mat between your hands, you could potentially work harder by swaying your weight forwards, okay? So we sway, we've got 3 push-ups this time. 3, 2, 1. Sway back, cat stretch. For 4, flex, extend. 3, extend. 2, extend, and 1. Extend, bring the spine to neutral. Okay, last set, push-up, sway, push-up, 4, extend. 3, extend. 2, extend, last one, extend and recover in shell. Nice soft breaths as you're sitting back into your shell stretch. Try to get your bottom towards your heels, your chest, torso as close as you can towards your thighs with your arms lengthened out in front of you. Last cycle of breath in and out in shell position. And then come up to kneeling. Let's have kneeling lunge, hip flexor stretch here. So step quite far forwards, sway, release, sway, release, sway, release, sway, release. Now be aware of the angle here between your pelvis and your knee. So you're going to start with a straight line pelvis to knee, but as you sway forwards, I want that straight vertical line to become a straight diagonal line. Let's hold it. Sway and hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sway back. Let's change legs. So you're starting with a big step forward. You need to have a nice big angle at this knee so that you don't close the knee too much when you sway forwards. Okay, vertical line, hip to knee on your back leg. We sway. So as you start to sway and shift your weight, you'll feel the stretch into the hip on the back leg. You can adjust your foot position on your front leg if you wish to. 4 more. Sway. 3, 2, hold the last one. So sway and hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Leg pull prone. Placing our hands down, stabilise shoulder girdle, pelvic girdle and spine, step back to plank. So it's a lift and shift. So we lift the leg, we shift the weight backwards at the same time that we point and flex and lower. So we lift the leg, we shift the weight, point, flex and lower. Lift, point, flex and lower. Be aware here that when you lift your leg up, the temptation will be for your bottom to lift up at the same time and for your bottom to get higher and higher into the air as you're working your leg pull prone. So try to keep a nice straight line. The last 2 repetitions. And last one. Now we'll shell stretch to the sides. So we're crouching back, walking our arms around to one side. So we've got a lateral stretch running from the arm down through the shoulder into the upper back. Breathing again softly into your stretch position. Using the breath out to try to encourage the muscle fibres just to relax and release. Moving opposite side. We'll work that side stretch in shell the other way around. Use the breath to relax into it. Last 2 cycles of breath in and out. And final one. Lovely. We're going to repeat our side facing exercises. I'm going to turn my back to you so you've got a different view. If we start with side lying double leg raise, pointing and flexing our ankles. Remembering with this one, our arms are across our chest. You can have your top hand down, but you're thinking about lifting from your bottom leg. Engaging the core, we'll raise, flex, point and lower. Raise, 2 sets of flex and point, flex, point, flex, point and lower. Repetition 3, it's 3 flexes and points. Raise, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point and lower. Number 4, raise, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex and point, lower. Repetition 5, raise, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point and lower. Repetition 6. This is our final one. Raise, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex and point, lower. Sideline rotations, we're offsetting the top leg. So we flex at the hip and the knee, bringing a right angle to both of those joints, and then the top leg, we're going to sit the knee, the ankle and the foot slightly forwards of our bottom leg. Take a breath in, prepare, engage the core and reach. Breath out, rotate. Holding breath, breathe in to stay, breathe out to stay. Breathe in to stay and breath out to close. Again, breath in, engage the core and reach, breath out, rotate. Holding breath, breathe in, stay. Breathe out, stay. Breathe in, stay. And breath out to close. Repetition 3. Breath in, engage and reach, breath out, rotate. Holding breath, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breath out, close. Final repetition, number 4. Breath in, engage. Reach, breath out, rotate. Breathe in, stay. Breathe out, stay. breath in, stay, and breath out to close. Quad stretch. On our side, we're reaching for the ankle, bringing that knee back as far as we can tolerate to feel the stretch in the front of the thigh. Releasing our thigh. Okay, the pad that's been underneath our head, cushion, whatever you've used to prop your head up, is going to be really, really handy between your knees next. I'm going to get a little bit of inner thigh work here when we bridge. Okay, so that means that we're not going to be able to move our legs. We'll be moving our arms instead. So you'll be squeezing into your cushion or into your pad if you've got one. Get some work into the inner thigh. Take a breath in, engage the core. Breath out, roll up to bridge. First repetition, let's do a 1 repetition of shoulder extension, reaching over, returning to the mat, and then rolling down. So this is going to be about the length of time that you statically contracted in bridge. Repetition 2, we'll go for 2 repetitions of shoulder extension. So do make sure that you're squeezing your knees together, you're clenching your buttocks and your thighs are nice and tight at the top of the bridge. Shoulder extension, 1, release, keep squeezing those legs, 2, release, rolling down. Repetition 3, we roll into bridge. Knees squeezing, buttocks squeezing, thighs tight. Arms extend for 3, release, extend 2, release, extend 1, release, articulate down. We're going all the way to 6 with these, okay? Repetition 4, we're rolling. Hold it. Extend, 4, release. Now you do need to be strict with yourself so you don't start to speed up your arm line when you start to get tired. 1 more shoulder extension. Roll it down. If you get to the point that you reach overload and fatigue, just take a break. Join us for the next exercise. Repetition 5, we roll up. We hold it. Shoulders extend, 4. Release. Sorry, this is 5. 4. Release. I'm enjoying it that much. I want to do a few extra. 3. Release. 2. Release, and last one, release, rolling down. Okay, this is our final repetition, number 6. We're quite tired now. I know my legs are shaking. We're rolling up, so you're squeezing your knees together, squeezing the buttocks, holding the top of the bridge. Arms float. 6, release. Keep squeezing. Don't just rely on your joints and your ligaments to hold you at the top of the bridge. Be active with your muscles. 3 more shoulder extensions. 3, release. 2, release. Last one, release, and roll it down. Wonderful. Okay, you don't need your block. Pop it out of the way. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine, tabletop legs. 100 head down. We'll float the arms, extend the legs, and press from the shoulder. Breath. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 40, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 70, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80, in, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Tuck and rest. Lovely. Okay, we're going to stretch it out now. So I would like you to start with one leg straight and one knee tucked in towards your chest. Keeping your thigh close to your chest, we'll extend the leg at the knee, and then I want you to hold onto your ankle. Okay, we're going to try to just extend and bend a little bit at the knee. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. So you're holding onto your leg away from the actual muscle that you're stretching. And the muscle that you're stretching, you're going to feel this maybe behind your knee, definitely into the back of the hamstring, maybe onto your sitting bone. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Now it only needs to be a little tiny extension just to trigger an increase in the depth of the stretch. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Let's go for 2 more. Extend and bend. And the last one. Extend and bend. Lovely. Change legs. So bring your other thigh in as close to your chest as you can. You're trying to keep the thigh close and extend the leg at the knee. And then you're holding away from the muscle that you're stretching with this exercise. So I want you to hold your lower leg, but keep the knee close, and then go extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend, bend. So it's a very small movement, your extension and your bend, just to trigger an increase in your stretch. That's all it's for. We work 8 more. Extend and bend. And 7, 6, 5, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, and last one, extend and bend, release it. Figure of 4 stretch. 1 foot on the floor, bring your other leg up and use your hands to rotate it into your figure of 4 position. And then I'd like you just to bring the leg in and take the foot across, release, across and release. So when you brought the leg in, you brought it to the point where you can feel the stretch, and then you're taking the leg across the midline and releasing it, keeping your pelvis still. And as you move ever so slightly across the midline, you will feel an increase in the stretch in the back of the hip. We'll go for 8 more. Cross, release, 7, release, 6, release, 5, release, 4, release, 3, release, 2, release, and last one, release it. Okay, changing legs. So we're using one hand on the inside knee, one hand on the outside of the ankle. We're laterally rotating, bringing the leg into the point where we can feel stretch around into the buttock hip area. And then at that point, we hold the stretch and take the leg cross and back, cross and back, across and back, across and back, across and back, across and back for 8. So it's a very, very small, discrete movement. You're not bouncing, you're moving just into a slightly deeper stretch for 4 and back, cross and back, cross and back. Last one, cross and back, releasing. Lovely work. Okay, now our next one, it's a little bit of a strange one. We're rolling onto our side. We're going to start off by raising both of our legs, and then it's your bottom leg you're going to bend and prop your lower leg up on your top leg. Now you might find that your leg bends to a different angle than mine, so your leg might be down here. It may be all the way up here if you're very flexible, okay? But wherever your leg bends to, that is where it bends. And then from this position, you're going to roll your pelvis forwards and push that leg, this bent leg, with your straight leg. So we roll, release, roll, release, roll, release, roll, release. So you're just rolling to the point where you're feeling an increase in the stretch. And your stretch is going to be on your bottom leg in the hip area. So it may feel like it's right in the middle of your buttock. You might actually feel like it's round the side of your pelvis, or you may even feel it a little bit into your back with this one. We've got 4 more. We'll go 4, release, 3, release, 2, release, last one, and release. Okay, we're going onto our back. Rotational stretch, arms in T, rolling the knee over, apply a bit of over pressure, turn your head, look away from your hand, and then just press in, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. So that little bit of increase in pressure, just taking us a bit deeper into the stretch each time. I'll go for 4 more presses. Press 4, release, 3, release, 2, release, last one, and release. Come back to center, switch over. Look in the opposite way to the knee, add that over pressure, find the point where you stretch, and then we press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, lovely work. Let's roll on to our opposite side. So it's the glute med stretch. This is the new one. We've never done this one before. We're raising both of our legs up, and then we're bending our bottom leg at the knee, propping that bottom leg up on the top leg, and then we roll the pelvis forwards. We push into the leg with the straight leg. Release, press, release, press, release, press, release, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing from there. Excellent work. We turn it onto our tummy, and then we are going to just push ourselves into shell stretch. And if we use a wide knee shell variation, you can come via your plank, take the knees wide, sit yourself back, or you can just sit back into your shell if you prefer. We'll release from shell and come to seated. Now in our seated stretch, we're going to do inner thigh, put one leg at a time, okay? So this leg can either be tucked into this position, which is maybe a little bit nicer on the knee, or you may want to use this, it's called the head lift stretch, where you have your leg in that position, okay? Now, once we are sat in position, we're going to lean towards our straight leg, or not, as the case may be. So wherever you can kind of lean into it, and then we're going to press and release, press and release, press, release, press, release, for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Okay, let's switch it over. So you can either have your leg like that, or it can be like that, whatever works for you. Okay, so we're pressing, press, release, press, release, press, release. And as you press into it, you'll feel the stretch increase for 4 more. And 3 more. Last 2. Last one, and release. Okay, slump stretch forwards. So we're crossing our legs over and we're flexing our spine forwards, Taking a nice deep stretch into our back. Let's come up, cross the legs the opposite way. See where we get to. Wonderful. Release. Bring it to kneeling. Now we're going to kneel side on. I'm going to step one leg out to the side, and then from here we're going to push into the stretch, and you'll feel it in the thigh here, and then tilt your pelvis, release, tilt, release. And you'll probably find that each time you're releasing, you're getting a little deeper into your stretch. We'll go 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Okay, release out and just pivot. So now you've got both legs facing in the same direction. We did this one a little bit earlier on. We lunge in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's the angle on the back leg that's important with your lunge. And you're trying to come to the position where you're going from a vertical to a diagonal line. Hold your diagonal. Taking both of your hands to the mat on the same side, okay? So if this is my left leg, I'm taking both of my hands to the floor on the right hand side. Now from here, I'll just move my hands out the way. It's your heel. You're going to raise and lower this heel, okay? So the hands are on the floor, so we raise the heel, we lower the heel, we sink into the stretch. Go again. Raise the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Go again. Raise the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Go again. Raise the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. One more. Raise the heel, lower the heel. Oh, sink into the stretch. One elbow down. Ooh, wonderful work. Okay, carefully extract yourself. And then we're going to change that round. We need to stretch the opposite side. So it started with our side on stretch. We're kneeling on one leg. We've got the opposite leg pointing away from us. We're going to push into the stretch until we feel it down the inner thigh here. Okay, I think I need to go a little bit further on this side, and then it's pelvic. Tilt, release, tilt, release, tilt, release, tilt. And with each tilt, you might go just a bit deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, wonderful. We come out of it and we pivot both legs in the same direction. We lunge, hip flexor, release, hip flexor. Now this is quite different to our pelvic tilt hip flexor stretches that we do quite often. And this concentrates on the muscle that links the pelvis to the front of the thigh, rather than the muscle that links the spine to the pelvis, okay? I'm going to hold it on this one. Okay, so it was the heel next. We're popping our hands down. We lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Go again. Lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Last time. Lift the heel, lower the heel, sink into the stretch. Oh boy, that's quite hard. Up we come and we will release it. Okay, fabulous work. We're going to come to standing remobilize. So using your non-preferred leg, step up. Shake out the shoulders, hips, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and then take a nice deep breath in, stretch to the ceiling, and release. Excellent work, everyone, well done.